I'm almost home, and I have noticed something very, even more interesting about my voices. Can you believe it? Every time I stand up for women or children, my voices will scar me so deeply. They will say things that hurt me to the core, so that they can try and get me to say things about innocent people that I would never say. I know it sounds crazy. It's in my head, and I know, but honest to God, it is not me. Those are the voices in my head are demonic, and they're trying to manipulate me. They don't have control over me. They want to manipulate me into saying things that I don't agree with, and make me believe the crazy nonsense that they want me to speak into this universe. And I know for a fact that I will never be that type of woman. I love women. I obviously love children. I respect women. I love when women come into power. It's just, for me, it is motivational. They inspire me. It is who I want to be. And I can't disrespect I can't disrespect myself and expect to be respected, right? So I'm a woman to the core, and to sit here and say anything that would bring down the honor of being a woman, okay, would definitely be it would be self-destructive, and it just, yeah, I guess destructive. Now, mind you, someone's playing with my head, and it's been quite some time, or not someone's playing with my head, but the voices in my head interrupt my train of thought. So, and it's been a long time, and I can tell there's some damage there, because I'm having a hard time articulating myself. I have struggled to just keep words in my memory bank, and to go back and retrieve them to just explain simple things such as I'm doing now seems like a challenge, and I totally understand that. So this is really going to be this is going to need some serious attention. I need some medical attention, but nonetheless, the voices are constantly trying to dig deep, to hurt me, scar me, belittle me, abuse me, manipulate me, so that I can, and it'll be, the voices I hear are women's voices. So when they want me to discuss women poorly, or be at odds, or to bring down the name of women, I will hear a woman's voice, and they will make claims that they are, and this is the part that bothers me more than it is so bothersome to me, is that they'll say they're from a particular religious faith, right? And so I'm like, if you're from a particular religious faith, then why in God's name would you even identify yourself as such? And that just, to generalize everyone as being a terrorist that is of that religious faith is incredibly it's incredibly disgusting. It's hurtful. It can start feuds where they're where it's not necessary. I mean, it's not just debates and debates that can turn into heated arguments that can actually start wars. And it just, sorry, they're playing with my head so I don't sound like the woman that I am, the respectful, loving, caring, mature, responsible woman that I am. But yeah, to sit there behind these religious faiths and say, I'm from this particular group and I'm abusing you and I am using a telepathy weapon to torture you and you're gonna die in front of my very eyes and I don't care about you or your family or your kids or your mom or your dad who died. And by the way, they said we were the ones that murdered him. My dad died of coronary heart disease, so no one murdered him. At least, I mean, I wouldn't say no one murdered him. What am I saying? It's coronary heart disease. But let's say the voices were responsible for his heart attack, then, in which case, you can test my intelligence. I can't even articulate myself. You want to tell me that I can sit here and cause someone a heart attack? How? By screaming? Stress doesn't do that to people. Although I've never screamed at my dad. Me and my dad had a great relationship. At times we would argue like any dad and daughter. We would have our disagreements. Sometimes it would get rowdy and sometimes it wouldn't. But it was never to the